This is Newcap News with Lauren Poland.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Lloydminster RCMP are on the hunt for two suspects after an alarming incident earlier this week near the 4700 block of 49th Avenue. Just before 6 a.m. Monday morning, two females came up behind another woman, grabbing her from behind and taking her purse. The victim was left with minor injuries. The suspects are between the ages of 16 and 17 and were wearing black sweaters, black pants, and white shoes. Both have long black hair and may be Aboriginal. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Lloydminster RCMP or Crime Stoppers. An arrest has been made after a robbery at Tate's liquor store. Lloydminster RCMP were called to the business on March 29th. Now, 24-year-old Lawrence Hubert Waskowicz has been charged and will remain in custody until his next court appearance, May 1st. Meantime, Battlefords RCMP are asking for your help after a 22-year-old man went missing 10 days ago. James Turgeon was last seen leaving around 1 p.m. on April 17th. He suffers from schizophrenia and does have a history of walking away from his residence, but RCMP say he usually returns. Turgeon is 6 feet tall, 250 pounds, and was last seen wearing a puffy gray jacket. If anyone has any information about his whereabouts or his disappearance, you're asked to contact the Battlefords RCMP or Saskatchewan Crime Stoppers. Delegates from across Western Canada are in the border city discussing how to embrace and enhance Highway 16.
The livelihood of many small cities, including where we call home, Lloydminster. The Yellowhead Trans-Canada is one of the most traveled highways in the country, and here delegates are brainstorming how to make it better.
Everything that comes to us largely via the highway. So we have to make sure that we understand how we can make that vibrant, healthy, people can stay focused on it, because it does drive our economy.
Members and delegates from Manitoba to BC are in the border city discussing the highway's top priorities. Dealing with increased traffic and highway safety are some of the major concerns.
Alberta and part of Saskatchewan are quite fortunate to have the highway twinned. Out further east, we are working with our governments to try and get it twinned and make it a safer highway for everyone.
Over 60 members, mayors, and guests are attending the three-day conference.
We want people to go away from here excited about the fact that they were here in Lloydminster and ready to come back and see us again.
And along with showing off all the border city has to offer, members here hope the conference brings awareness to just how much the Yellowhead means to all the cities, towns, and tourist attractions that lay along it.
Well, it reinforces that it in fact is a national highway and should be preserved, protected, and enhanced as one.
Rain or shine, walkers are prepared to lace up for the fight against MS tomorrow in the 14th annual Lloydminster Enerflex MS Walk at Lakeland College. Carrie McCullough brings us the story.
Whether you like to walk a little or walk a lot, this MS fundraiser has a few choices for those participating.
They have options of 1, 5, or 10 kilometer routes, so the weather may dictate what distances people decide to do, but nonetheless, I think it's just going to be a great day and ultimately the culmination of tremendous fundraising efforts over the course of many months.
There will be a lunch provided by Sobeys, as well as a silent auction with many items to bid on.
We've had so many local businesses step up to donate items, and all of the proceeds will stay here in Lloydminster to support our local chapter.
Last-minute sign-ups are welcome. A $20 entrance fee applies at the walk for those not currently registered.
If people haven't had a chance to register yet, certainly come on down to the walk and we'll just charge that nominal fee and you'll be in the doors. Initially, our registration numbers were much lower than we'd anticipated, and we've put out many calls to this community, and the response has been really, really great. Our numbers have really jumped in the past couple of weeks, so we're happy to see how they've improved.
Carrie McCullough, Newcap News.
Gerard joins us now with our first look at weather, and it's not all that nice outside.
Well, let me breathe. I've been trying to cook the weather, honestly. You always say cook the books a bit. No, it isn't. It's not a pretty picture.
Well, so far, if you're trying to fix it, it hasn't worked.
Let's see if I can throw a wrench in the works somewhere. It's going to take some doing, honestly, because we've got that MS walk on tomorrow, and honestly, it is not looking pretty. But let's deal with it as it is. Rain we're seeing, and there's some flurries in the forecast too for later on. These conditions are stretching right across the region. We already saw some wet snow already for today. Humidity has been in the 90s for the better part of it. The winds gusting with that east-southeasterly heading that it's had. And this is what we're dealing with right across the region in Cold Lake and area. Some flurries coming back down again. The rain's resuming again in the Battlefords. It's a gentle kind of rain, mind you, but it's that kind of weather that really wants you to stay on indoors. The full details of what's in the pike, including some fog, is coming a little later in the cast.
Coming up, how travel changed one local girl's life. All the details next.